Hey guys, it's Marta. Welcome. Today I wanted to take you to look at my hydrangea border. Let's look together at Annabelle Hydrangeas. They are blooming beautifully. All of my supports are working, although we had some huge rains. So let's walk together and see what's happening. But we'll start here next to my kitchen window. The plant that you can see here is called Perovskia. This is Russian sedge, one of my favorite plants. It blooms for a really long period of time and it is a pollinator magnet, especially for bees. This is my kitchen window, so every morning when I stand doing whatever, breakfast, lunch or dinner, not morning, but every day when I stand there, I look at this plant and I can see there it is always like humming, buzzing, everything is happening here. So if you're looking for a plant that is really pollinator friendly and bee friendly, definitely go for this one. Did you have a lot of storms this year in your country? We, for the past few years, had a lot of really crazy storms, especially when the Annabelles are in full bloom. That means that their flowers are really, really heavy, and when it rains on them, and it rains like it's buckets loads of water, they will flop, no matter what kind of supports I make. But this year I tried some taller ones, but still we got a lot of storms. I think we've had 5 or 6 huge ones, and the amount of water is really making those flowers really heavy. So the stems are flopping. They are not even bending that much, but it is hard for them to stand upright. But this year it is the best way I could have them. This particular plant, it is one plant, is always huge. It's always my height, so it's 1 meter 70 centimeters. That is a very tall hydrangea. I stopped fertilizing this plant because I thought this might help for it to be more compact. No, no, it has its own idea of how to live life, and I think I just need to let her. So look, this is a possible maybe rain, maybe storm, we'll see. We had a lot of those this year, and I'm really happy how my hydrangeas turned out. Last week we went for a bike ride, and the sky was beautiful. Like today, we had beautiful day. Also, we did today like a really long bike ride. The other week also, the weather was beautiful, and in the last few kilometers there was like this huge black cloud and we were completely wet. But I tried to be like, this is my inner child playing in the storm, and also my inner child was playing with those supports, which I will show you on the other part with my hydrangeas. Last week I posted a reel with my hydrangeas and I got a lot of questions. And the most common one was, what are you feeding them so they are this big? It's nothing fancy. They just got like osmocote type of fertilizer for hydrangeas in March, and they got a mulch of layer of mulch, which is compost, and I've been adding compost to this border for years, more than 10 years now. But I think the best thing is like the soil is rich, it is humus rich, and they are getting enough water. We have the irrigation system, but we also got a lot of rain this year. So the soil here is really moist, the retention of water is really good. So I think that is it. They are also growing in semishade, and I think that is also good for them. My hydrangeas are growing in a semi-shade. What does that mean? They get a lot of direct sun very early in the morning, 5, 6 a.m., 7, then when it gets around 11, the sun is going around the trees. So this is a space full of light, but it's not direct sunlight. I had some of my Annabelles in the sunny position, and I've seen Annabelles growing in a sunny position and they were fine, but not mine. Mine looked like they were like marshmallows during the campfires. So they were brown at the edges of the petals, and that did not look well. It looked like they were burnt. So I replanted some of them to this space, and they are really loving this position. I get a lot of questions if I own Annabelles or Strong Annabelles or Incrediballs, as you might also know them. So one is a classic Annabelle. This is a very old variety that a lot of people have, and the Incrediball or the Strong Annabelle is the like a better version of Annabelle, as they say. I'm not always sure if it's true, but it is said that the stems are stronger and they will not bend when it's raining. And is that true? So the Annabelles have, I would say, a nice flow to the structure of the bush. And I really like it about Annabelles, that they are a bit like a crazy child and they are growing in a specific way, but it gives nice flow to your garden. Strong Annabelles, Incrediballs, are very stiff and they have the flowers on the top layer of the plant. And sometimes they will have some on the lower part. I will show you in a second, but I prefer how the Annabelles look. So please let me know in the comments if you can notice where the Annabelles stop and the Strong Annabelles start. Do you see any difference? This one is a beautiful example of Strong Annabelle. This is her best year, maybe because the sister was almost killed by a mole. And this one is really happy. I also think that adding one drip line to this part also added something to her life. She's getting more water because we have a lot of birch trees. That means that we have a lot of roots below the hydrangeas, so it's always a fight so they get enough water. But this year was good to us because the sky was providing a lot of it. So this is a good year for this plant, definitely. If you're wondering what's growing below the hydrangeas, these silver leaves are Bromeliads, and I really love the silvery varieties of Bromeliads. So we have three here. We have Jack Frost, Silver Heart, and Sea Heart, and I really love them because of the leaves. Now they are quite big and bold, and they add some light to this border. But in spring, in May, we can have a lot of blue flowers from them. They are so beautiful, and they pair so nicely with tulips and even with alliums. So I really love this perennial for this border because it gives so much nice stuff and in different seasons. We also grow Hakona grass here. We have two varieties, Aureola and Albostriata. I've been growing Albostriata for a few years, but in a very dry position, and it hated its life. When I put it here, it started growing really nicely, but it had a nice root system. The Aureola ones were small plants, and I planted them 3 and 2 years ago. And I am amazed with this variety because Hakona is a very slow growing grass. You cannot expect it to be like super huge, just like some of the grasses that grow faster. But this variety really surprised me because when I see a lime leaf that is so vibrant, I will not expect this kind of variety to be robust. I will be like expecting some problems because if something looks fancy, it usually means you need to like spend a lot of time on this plant so it grows nicely. But this one I am really surprised with in a positive way, so I would really recommend it. Another perennial that I grow here and is super white is Flux David. We also have a baby of Flux David that is not super white but has some dots, pink dots in the middle. But Flux David is pure white with very nice scent. Phlox, I really love it. It blooms a bit later than the Annabelles, but I really like that it's grouped here and is giving us some super fresh whites when the Annabelles become first a bit yellow and then green. If you want to see all of the supports I've been doing for my Annabelles, please check a video I will link here. I've been showing all of my tips and tricks with supports. I'm using different types and every year I'm tweaking even more to get the best results. Also, the nature is like showing me you are building supports, Marta. I will show you the storms, I will show you the amount of rain your Annabelles can get. So it's like Don Quixote fighting, you know, and Annabelle is like a crazy diva and she's like, I will put even more flowers, but it's fun. I think it's, I know I cannot control nature, I'm trying, I am being the Don Quixote, but this year has been the best year so far, so I will tweak even more for next one. Around me you can also see different hydrangeas, so Panicle hydrangeas. I have a lot of them too, and I cannot wait for them to start blooming. Some already started, some are starting, so I think we'll show you like in a 2 weeks time they will be in their best prime, hopefully also standing upright. Of course, Panicle hydrangeas have more stiff stems, but when they have like several flowers on one not that old plant, they can also flop. So we'll see how this year goes. Please let me know in the comments, how are your hydrangeas, Annabelles and even Panicle. Please let me know if you had severe rains, maybe you had drought. How did you manage? How did your plants manage? Let me know in the comments what's working for you. And look at those Panicle hydrangeas. I really love hydrangeas because those are the plants that will give you flowers in the later part of the year. The amount of flowers can be really rewarding and they look just beautiful. So I really love them and we'll be talking about them in the next videos. And if you like today's video, please give it a thumbs up, consider subscribing, and we'll see you in the next one. Bye.